There seems to be a problem with our train. My journey across Japan's main island of Honshu using local trains has so far taken me across Yamaguchi Prefecture. After exploring the city of Iwakuni, it's time to hit the rails again for what turned out to be an especially memorable trip. Good morning, I'm still Jeremy and I'm here at Iwakuni, Japan, and today is the next leg of my big trip across Honshu using local trains only. Today I'm leaving here and I'm going to go enter Hiroshima Prefecture and go across Hiroshima Prefecture all day on a train line that it's called the Geibi Line. It is one of JR's least used lines nationwide, one of its biggest money losers. It's a little diesel train that winds through the mountains, and that's going to be a series of trains today on that line, and I'm really looking forward to this one because it's one of the most obscure train lines you can take in Japan that even locals don't really take. And my first train is a little over an hour and it just goes from here to Hiroshima. This train is leaving at 8:24. Mine leaves at 8:39. So it's not my train, but I think it would do. I think I'm just here early. But I've got my schedule all planned out and I'm gonna stick to the schedule just to make sure I don't make any mistakes, because today, unlike any trains I've ever taken in Japan, today I cannot make any mistakes because some of the trains later on the trip are so infrequent that if I miss it, I have to wait literally 5 or 6 hours for the next train. So I'm not improvising at all today. So looks nice, but I'm not getting on it. All right, here is my 6-car train arriving from the Hiroshima area.
Attention please. Thank you for using JR West. This is the local train bound for Shiraiki. The next stop is Waki.
All right, that was our first station stop, Waki. And after this, pretty soon we're gonna cross a river, I think, and then that's the line for the Hiroshima Prefecture.
Attention.
Okay, this is Hiroshima, and my next train is the first train on the Geibi Line.
This train is not in service. Please do not get on.
Okay, I think I see it over there on track 9. There it is, 2 cars, 9:49 for Shimo Fukawa, track 9. The next train is actually a short one. It's I'm going to be on it for about 23 minutes on the Geibi Line, which is a diesel line. The entire thing is diesel, and the line is described by Wikipedia as the line is one of the least used and least profitable in the JR West network. And I think it's actually the entire JR network across Japan. My first diesel train today is nearly 50 years old, a simple and reliable train with a worn and gritty but determined feel, still taking passengers along western Japan's more rural routes. Hey, here it is. Regular, one man, no conductor, just the driver. And I've got forward-facing seats, although I don't know which direction is forward. Figure that out. Okay, that sign, Hiroshima, only one direction, Yaga. So this is forward. I'll sit here. Goodbye to the Shinkansen tracks and all of the hubbub of central Hiroshima. Well, here are some facts about the Geibi Line. It started in 1915 as the Geibi Railway, and it was just from Hiroshima here up a little bit, like the first kind of third of the line. Then there was something called the Sanshin Railway, a little bit further to the east. And JR, what became JR, bought part of the Geibi Railway and turned it into the Shobara Line. Then the Sanshin Line ate the Shobara Line, joined together. So there's just a little bit of the Geibi Railway and then the Sanshin Line for JR. And then JR bought everything. So anyway, it's a long story, but it's basically 3 parts. And so I'm going to be riding all 3 parts today because each one, the cutoff between the parts is still kind of a big transfer station. Not a big transfer station, but a transfer station. And the name Geibi comes from the old provinces in this area. The area had been a province called Aki, and another part of it was another province called Bingo. So Geibi takes one of the characters from Aki, which can also be pronounced Gay, and the first character of Bingo, which can also be pronounced B, and it became Geibi as sort of a salute to the old provinces. Okay, here's the next challenge. The next station is where I'm changing. I have about 19 minutes there to change to the next train. It's probably going to be a very small station, so that'll be easy. It's also the final station I'm going to seat on this route before the end one, where I can actually use my card. So since I tapped in at Iwakuni, I might tap my card out here and then buy, I think here I can buy a paper ticket all the way to the end, just to save myself some potential hassle down the line. I think that would be best.
次は終点下川です。
I actually don't have enough money on my card for the bit just to here, and I don't see a machine to charge it up. So I guess I just sneak out, charge it here, and then go back and tap it. This is weird. Okay, anyway. Take the money to... Okay. Then... tap out, and then just buy any ticket and settle up when I get there. Let's do a 150, the cheapest I can get. There you go, 150 yen, but that won't be enough. Don't lose it. Okay, I absolutely cannot miss the train, but I do have about 16 minutes here, so go outside a little bit and wander around, but not too far. Shimofukawa Station, Lower Deep River Station. Really not much to it here. This goes off, looks like it's just a highway. And that goes off into more of the town here. Again, we're still technically in Hiroshima. Although obviously the outskirts, Hiroshima City, I mean. I'd like to go to the bathroom before getting on the next train, or I could wait and see if the next train has a bathroom. I'm going to be on the train for almost an hour and a half. Should I risk it just for the chance to have an exotic bathroom visit? Hey, fate has decided for me. The bathroom's being cleaned right now here at the station, and I don't have time to wait, so I'm just going in. The fate of my bladder is in the train's bathroom's hand. Same type of seats, forward-facing seats. Seems like a little bit newer than the last train. Nice red plush upholstery here. The back panel is bending in and out every time I lean against it, so that's nice. And here we go, an hour and 18 minutes on this train, further into the wilds to Uchina Station. And the big moment, I'm gonna go check on the bathroom situation. Drink up, boys. The Geibi Line's got us covered. Karuga Station is where my plans for the day all fell apart in dramatic fashion. Alright, we're stopped at Karuga Station, and I don't know why, it seems like a very tiny little station like all the rest. Okay, there seems to be a problem with our train. Well, we're late. Leaving because of this. The driver, the one driver, he's down there on the phone telling us, hang on a second, smoke is pouring out of the train. Yikes. I'm back on board and got my insulin bag just in case we have to run and I can't get back on to get my bag or something. What is on fire? The driver is using an iPad or something to take video of it, relay video live to somebody at headquarters who is talking to him and instructing him what to do. he made an announcement. I understood enough that he said the train can't be driven, so everybody get off. People are kind of standing around, so I guess another train. I guess we'll just get the next scheduled train. I don't know. But as long as we're here, let's go look at the station. Okay, so this was supposed to be the 10:44 train. It's about 11 o'clock now. There's next actual scheduled train is 12:42. That will not work out for my schedule at all, and I literally won't get to where I'm supposed to be going today, where I have a hotel reservation. So I hope they send a replacement train, a specialty train.
で今ちょっとどっちの方に行きます？三好の方に。
そうそう、三好の方。
ちょっと次どういう電車で行くかっていうのを今ちょっとこれから確認。
ダイヤの次じゃない、でも特別
が来るかもしれないです。
Okay, he said another train is coming. You can't use this train. I said, yeah, I can see that. And I said, well, are we waiting for the next scheduled train or like a special train? He said a special train, I think, but he's going to check. He doesn't know. Ooh, boy, oh boy. I mean, I can't even abandon the local train only rule just to get there faster to make up this time because there are no other options. The next train I'm getting, or one of the trains I'm getting later today, only 3 of them run per day. Well, nothing immediate seems to be happening, so I'm gonna go wander around a bit more. Well, great. There you go. This is worth the wait. A spectacular view of the river. That's a glorious river. Up there, if you can see it, there's an unrelated plume of smoke from somebody's yard. All right, I'm gonna go back because I don't like being this far away from the station. There's a development. The smoke has stopped. The world's most ironic train sign.
はい、お客様、すごく大変お待たせしました。後から参ります快速電車が今日はカルガに止まって、そこからこの列車と同じように各駅に止まる電車となります。
He said, I think, if I understood correctly, that the schedule, or there's going to be an express train coming through here. Normally it wouldn't stop here, but it's going to stop here and then make all the stops. So it's a really inconvenience for the people on the express train because they have to suddenly make all these little local stops. But that's going to take me to Miyoshi, which is where I'm going. It's going to be here at about 11:40, he said. And that is almost exactly an hour after we were supposed to leave, 10:40 something. And someone asked him, well, when do we get to Miyoshi? And he said, I don't really know here, because he said, it's just going to be about 1 o'clock. And 1 o'clock exactly is when my next train leaves. And Miyoshi was my big chance to get lunch. I ate breakfast at 7 a.m. and there's nothing around here to eat. I don't think there's anything at any of the stations I'm changing at, only Miyoshi. So that's my only chance to eat anything today. I don't even have anything with me. I don't have the chocolate I normally travel with. I have absolutely no food. I just have glucose packets for blood sugar, which may be lunch today. Hoping we get to Miyoshi, and I hope there's something in the station to buy, just anything that's vaguely food. Whew. What a day, what an adventure on the local trains. The station I just got on this train at, Shimo Fukawa, I just heard one driver say to the other, the train is now at Shimo there, and it will be another 10 minutes. So it's going to be 10 minutes till it gets here, so we can wait inside this train if we want, because it's air conditioned. All right, sounds good to me. The sign in the window said Kaisoku, which is express. Okay, so originally I was supposed to have 1 hour and 9 minutes if everything went to schedule at the next station, Miyoshi. My hour and 9 minutes has turned into 3 minutes if this one follows the exact timing of the last one. Probably no lunch today. Oh well. In other news, it's nice. When the train pulled out, I was hoping that half of us would go yay and cheer, and half of us would go boo because they were on the original express train and they don't want to make all these stops. Just started leaving the platform.
急停車失礼いたしました。信号が直前で赤となったため停止しております。関係箇所と連絡を取ります。しばらくお待ちください。
Just started leaving the platform here at Shiwachi and the train suddenly, immediately ground to a halt. He said something like, please wait. I didn't hear why. Please wait. Maybe we gotta wait for another train that he didn't realize. Narrowly avoiding collisions here. Or we're on fire, one of the two. Well, okay, so that does it. That's the final nail in the coffin. That takes away the lunch decision problem. There is no decision, there is no lunch. My new diesel train, and we're down to a one-car train now as the Geibi Line gets ever more remote, was built in the 1990s. Okay, made it. I'm on back on schedule. Everything should be okay unless there's any more problems. This is where the Geibi Line gets really dire on this section. This is a one-car train, and some of the stations up here ahead have average of 2 passengers a day, 1 passenger a day. And I'll be on this train for about an hour and 20 minutes or so. That was Bingo Mikaichi Station. 1 person a day on average gets on there. Someone actually got off there. So, kind of a traffic jam today in Bingo Mikaichi. Alright, this is Bingo Saijo Station. It's the last station before the one where I'm getting off the train. And over there, if I'm not mistaken, it says Hair Salon Station Hana. I think it's an actual hair salon in the station. Perfect. I was right, we are crawling along. But on schedule this time, so I don't mind. Okay, we made it on time to the minute at Bingo Ochiai Station. I have 20 minutes here to change to the next train. So I don't see anything at all here to eat, you know. I couldn't check for anything here on the phone to anticipate anything because there was no cell service on that part of the line. But anyway, so I've got 20 minutes to change over, and I have realized that it's probably best to get on the train as soon as possible. Just try to get a good seat. That seems to be what people do around here. So, I'm gonna figure out where my train's gonna be and then be there myself. Well, I think we can go in and look around at the station anyway. And I saw some really seldom used stations, but the next part, the part from here to the end of the line, and where I'm going, is the old Sanshin Railway, or Sanshin Line. And it's the most notorious part as far as not being used. Dogoyama and several stations right after this one are used by 0 or 1 people a day.
どちら行かれますか？
今乗り換え。
乗り換えどちらへ？
新見。
新見。はい。39分ですね。この
そうですね。
はい。
そうですね。
はい。
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 ありがとう。So here's why all this was so important today for me to get the trains here. This is what I'm doing now. This is my schedule. From here, there's a train at 6:41 a.m. and there's my train. Next one is 10:40 p.m. So if I miss this one, I have to wait till 10:40 p.m. Did not want to do that. Look at this. This is a treat. This is just coming in on the Kisuki line, which is another line that goes off from here, goes up north. Look at that train. Pink and yellow. Oh, hey, there's my train coming. All right, I gotta go get on that train, but I wanna get a shot of the outside of the station here. And I think I saw some station stamps inside, so I can get a stamp in my little notebook. Ah,
落合駅。
そうかそうか。ありがとう。
どうぞ写真オッケー。
いいですか？
オッケーオッケーオッケー。
ありがとう。
ここ、はい。SL が、1971年。
それは
電車だターン
ターンテーブル。
はい。
すごい4。今。
読んで。
すみません、ありがとう。
はい、ありがとうございました。
Forget getting on the train. I'm going to be on that train for an hour and a half again. I'm going to wander around here some more. I was in the station getting my stamps, and the station master guy came over and said, "Hey, come here. And he showed me this little side room. It's like a little museum. This has a little model of this area and how it used to be in 1969. And a lot more trains going on. It's more facilities. The things he was showing me are now over here, and they're just kind of decayed and overgrown and crumbling. But it used to be a bigger deal here. So here's what I'm getting on. Here's the one I just rode. I think they're pretty much the same thing, just a different paint job. So let's see what kind of seat I can find for myself. Oh boy. Okay, took too long outside, got the bench seat. It was worth it. Okay, so this is the last train of the day. This was the Sanshin line of the government railways in the 1930s until it all became the Geibi Line. Later on this route, we're going to cross over into Uchina Prefecture, and at the very end of the route, we're actually going to leave the Geibi Line. The Geibi Line dead ends into another line, and we're going to ride on that line for a couple of stations. Well, I must say, I wasn't here very long. I didn't really get to see it like I wanted to, but Bingo Uchina Station has captured my heart. The next station is Dogoyama, and an average of 0 people a day get on here. Let's see if anybody gets on now. Doesn't mean nobody ever gets on, but I guess fewer than every other day. It's not a bad little station building for a station that never gets used. Hey, this is Onuka Station. A bunch of people get on here on average, 2 per day. Nobody getting on, but a guy with a dog greeting us. Here's Uchina Station, another one, an average of 0 passengers a day. Wow. They're still waving way down the tracks. There are so few trains here, 3, that people's hobby is to come out here, people who live nearby, come out here and wave to the trains. They don't get on the trains, nobody does. Okay, so the next station is Tojo, and it's the final station in Hiroshima. After that, we're crossing the line into Uchina Prefecture. Okay, you see those other tracks there? That is the Hakubi Line. We're about to arrive at Bingo Kojiro Station, and this, there it is the final station of the Geibi Line. So this train actually goes onto the Hakubi tracks for 2 more stations. The weird thing about it is that the Hakubi Line, all the trains on it are electric. They're all electrified, the line is electrified, but we're a diesel train. So we're just kind of using the tracks, ignoring the electric part, and just kind of scooting along with our little diesel selves. The other weird thing, and I really cannot understand why this would be the case, is the next station. The next one we stop at before the final station. It's called Nunohara. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But for now, goodbye Geibi Line, and here we are, merged over to the Hakubi Line. That was tiny little Nunohara Station, and not only is there only 1 passenger a day that gets on there on average, but no trains from the Hakubi Line stop there. We're on the Hakubi tracks, but none of the actual trains that go along those tracks generally stop there. It's only a Geibi Line stop. Although it's not on the Geibi Line, only trains from the Geibi Line stop there. And in about 4 more minutes, I'll be at my stop, the final stop of this train, the final stop of the day for me, Niimi Station. Okay, well, here I am at Niimi Station right on time. It all worked out in the end. Boy, what an adventure today. The travel gods made this one interesting. And JR, well, it's JR's problem to begin with, but they came and they saved the day. But it was touch and go there for a while. Let me read the checklist for today, which was abandoned bicycle, interesting statue or figurine, motor scooter, obachan with cart, notable bird, cartoon drawing on sign, graffiti, hair salon, tree cut into circles, car elevator, beer vending machine. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna be here for a couple days, so I'm gonna explore Niimi. So that'll be in the next video. Just kind of take a look around town, see what they have here. And then after that, I'll be on another train heading further up to the north tip of Honshu. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, and I have to actually pay the full fare for what I rode today.
3080円でして、そこから150円いただきますので、残り2930円お願いします。はい。ありがとうございました。はい、ありがとうございます。You can follow along with this trip in more detail at Patreon. Special thanks this week in random order to Thomas G. Ritchie, Russell Davis, Will Phillips, John Pfeiffer, David Richley, Samantha, Ray Nichols, and Matt Kane. Thanks for wandering along the Geibi Line with me. Everywhere is worth exploring.